Hey everyone, a nerd named Mark here, and it's time for This Week in Candy Toys. Big week, big week. Obviously, at the time of recording this, episode 45 of Don Brothers has aired, which means we are vastly approaching the finale of that, and with some Candy Toy announcements. First off, last week I assumed we were going to get the Converge Kamen Rider announcements. We are getting that this week with Converge Motion 3, which I'm going to go over first. But we finally are getting, sorry, stuff in my pockets. We are finally getting the first look at the YUDOs and some of the Shokugan candy toys for King-Ohger. Now, I'm not, like I always say, I'm not the biggest Sentai guy. I will be marathoning Don Brothers before the finale, like I did with Zenkaiser, because I like to binge watch Super Sentai. But something about these suits in King-Ohger and just the design and the swords and that, I'm going to give it a chance on a week to week watching basis because I love the design so much. I think this is one of my favorite designs I've seen in a while. At first, I wasn't really feeling it because they were just so blocky with one color. But then looking at some of the toys and the DX mechas and this and that, I was like, the suits grew on me, mainly because I got the most recent magazine and I was looking at everything and I was like, you know what? It looked bad in scans and in the post, but like seeing the magazine and seeing multiple pages going over the characters, I was like, you know what? These grew on me. I actually do like the way they look. Because at first I was like, meh. Now I'm just like, okay, I'm very intrigued now. So I definitely am going to be checking out King-Ohger, and I think I'm going to try and attempt to review it on a weekly basis just because of how good everything looks so far, and the show's not even out. But like I said, we did get Converge motion stuff, so I am actually going to go over those first because the King-Ohger stuff is a lot to go over. So we have a blog post from Goro, who usually does a lot of stuff for he's in charge of the Converge Rider stuff. So we're going to get Converge Motion Rider 3, which is scheduled for release in June. 2 is coming out very soon. But we're getting Fies. I'm okay with that. I do believe this is one of the first Converge motions that will have a weapon, because in Wave 1, none of them did. So that's really cool. And so, yeah, all three have their weapons. We have Fies, Kaiza, Delta, and I like the way they look. Obviously, this is the coloring on the driver and on the helmets. That is obviously post production. They do not light up. Just letting you know. And I like the way they look. We also are getting Decade and the End. So I think they all have weapons actually. Okay, Decade looks pretty good. Oh, the blue. Okay, let me just say the accuracy of the blues, the different blue on the leg compared to up on the helmet. That is a good figure. That is, and anyone knows I don't like Decade. I am not a big fan of that season, that series. That looks good. I like the coloring on that. I'm a sucker for blue, but that looks really good. And we could see them together in their little photoshopped environment. Looks good. Like, I'm digging this. And we're getting Zio with no weapon. But then again, his iconic pose, like, that works for him. Also not a big Zio fan, but that's the king of Heisei. I don't know. Not when we have Kamen Rider Blade King form. So yeah, that's 7 types. Well, 6 types, and there's a secret one. I mentioned this before. Kamen Rider Motion Wave 2 does not have a secret one, so do not buy extras trying to get a secret one. There is no secret one. And yeah, that's actually pretty cool. I do believe here we go. So on the 30th, next week, on Monday, Kamen Rider Converge Motion 2 will be released. This is the lineup of all 7. Like I said, no secret. This is the lineup right here. This is not bad either. I already have one ordered. So right when it comes out, I will be out for delivery. But there's something in here that, like, I don't want to gloss over. Next week, we are finally going to get some new information on some SoDo Chronicles. I'm wondering what it's going to be because with, the 5 stuff coming out now this month, as well as some of the premium Bandai ones that are going to be coming out soon in another month or two, I'm just like, I hope it's not the review that they do before they come out, because like, we've already had 3 separate blog posts since the announcements of the SoDo Chronicle 5s. Then I'm like, I hope it's something different, whatever the next series is after 5s, because yes, I'm getting all the 5s ones. I love 5s, even though I haven't finished it. But hoping it's something different, hoping it's something new, hoping it's something like, because I'm trying to think of the order. Like, they're going in weird. Like, we got Kabuto, we got Kaim already, we got Ryuki, now we got 5s, and I'm like, okay, I'm really hoping for Wizard getting a full SoDo Chronicles. I'd be okay if it was Blade, but I don't know what they would do. I would be even okay if it was Ghost. Honestly, I mean, I love Ghost, so I'm kind of biased, but I'm not even gonna, like, there's so many seasons that don't have SoDo Chronicles that it's just like a grab bag. It could be anything, as long as it's not anything like Reiwa era or anything like that, because we already got the regular SoDos. They're like, let's face it, 01, Saber, Revice, and obviously Geeds are not getting Chronicles yet. So yeah, but that was some cool information for Converge Motion, especially June. I always noticed the waves between Converge Motions and Converge in general are pretty much spread out a good, 3 to 4 months between each wave coming out, which is fine. They aren't, like all the other ones where it's like, okay, like SoDos, you're not getting a SoDo every month, like you get SoDos every month, you're not getting Converge every month. But I know what you guys are here for. King-Ohger, like, let's just jump right over. Oh my god, like, YUDOs, I love YUDOs so much. Moroda's in charge of the Super Sentai Shokugan, and it's time to go over the 47th Super Sentai series. Usama Sentai King-Ohger. I'm just calling it King-Ohger. This is going to be great. Like, okay, so we're gonna see some of the Shokugan stuff. It's going to be different. So we're getting some of the mini pla Nurikiri series. So these are basically little mini weapons. Sometimes they do them with, like, Super Sentai. They don't always do it with Super Sentai. They do it sporadically also with Kamen Rider. You can get like the mini little candy toy drivers that you put the gimmicks in. But for the King-Ohger one, you're gonna be able to get the sword, the Ohger caliber. As you can see, we got some stickers on there. I don't know why my cursor doesn't show up. I still need to tweak OBS a bit, so but you can see all the stickers you're gonna need around there for the different the hilt and everything of the sword. This is only gonna be a total length of 15 centimeters. You also get the King's weapon, and that's gonna be 8 centimeters, and you can see how you can change the mode into 6 different types, which is pretty cool. And then you can combine it as well. So these are just little mini versions of, like, little role play weapons, like for other action figures, this and that. This isn't something that you're going to be able to be like, it's not a DX level. These are candy toys. And you got the King's Hotline, which I don't even know if that's the official translation. That's what Google says, which basically is a little phone, which I think is pretty neat. And that's about 9 centimeters, but you can also see it can be open, and it also becomes a parts cased, which honestly, I'm going to be getting the YUDOs. I may just pick this up if it's on the shelf at my local place where I get my candy toys outside of ordering online, just to keep any extra parts from the YUDOs in, because I think that's actually a pretty cool way to store them. Next up, for release in April, we're going to be getting the soft vinyls for them. And there's gonna be 5 types total. They're gonna be about 290 yen each, 319 yen without tax, which is, basically $2 and some change. I'm not a big fan of soft vinyls. I think soft vinyls are very, like, I get what soft vinyls are used for. That's for younger kids. You don't want to give them the UDOs that can fall apart, choking hazards. Soft vinyls, just a soft little way for them kids to play with. And like, it's been a while since we've had soft vinyls for Super Sentai, and I'm not big into, like I said, I'm not big into soft vinyls. I do have a copious amounts of Ultraman soft vinyls. I think I had some over here, but I put them into storage because I was gonna put them on display. My issue is if you collect anything, in general for Toku, soft vinyls are always the hardest to display because sometimes they fall over, they don't stand upright. You can't move the legs or the feet to make them find a balance. And I was tired of them falling over. I do like how these look though. They are really cool. Very, like I said, like even they say this perfect entry item in the Super Sentai, especially for little kids. For those of you who are in the Toku, either Toku tubers or in the West that have kids, young kids, and you want to like introduce them to Super Sentai or Kamen Rider or Ultraman or anything like that, dude, the soft vinyls are where it's at. Like perfect toy, like easily perfect. Soft, like literally that's a name, soft vinyl. Like no sharp edges. You don't have to, no risk of injury unless they can like eat the whole entire thing. Now, we have being released in May, the YUDOs. The YUDOs are coming. There's gonna be 12 boxes, 490 yen each, 539 yen with tax included. 490 yen is roughly like, I think like three something, like almost $4. And I'm just saying this right now. I'm getting these YUDOs. I already saw some photos on Twitter. I'm getting these. These are good. These are like, and from a YUDO standpoint, I did pre-order some of the Super Shokugan ones from like Die Ranger and stuff like that. I finally ordered some of those because pre-ordered because I like the way they look. I'm gonna get them. I am definitely going to be dabbling in some YUDOs. I do have a good amount of the mini plan YUDOs from King-Ohger. I have nothing from Don Brothers because, like I said, I haven't really fully watched Don Brothers, and my local shop always has them in stock. They haven't been selling out, so I'll probably jump on it. If I binge Don Brothers and I like it enough, I will get those YUDOs for it. So we have the Stag Beetle for red. The only downside is, the photo, I don't know if it's just on my computer or not, but like, I don't know, it looks very grainy around the shoulders. Like, I don't know, something looks off with the photos of them, but I like the suit designs enough where I'm like, this is fine. And because they are YUDOs in the plastic style they use, I can go in with one of my Gundam markers and I can take one of these bad boys and just freaking put some detail lines on that and it will look even better. We got the Dragonfly one. Like even with the blue, like you can see more in the chest, like because his arm's not in the way. Like you could easily go through there with a Gundam marker. Like I said, put the lines on the chest and the legs, everything else, make that really pop and stand out even more. And we got the praying mantis for yellow. I do like the contrasting of this like copper orange, like burnt leaf color with the yellow. It's a good contrast, and I actually really like how that suit looks. We got purple, two-tone purple. Obviously, usually I like purple on villains, Stacy, so on and so forth. But this actually looks really cool. I like the two tones on it. Like the only thing that's really I feel like it's gonna annoy me is those stickers on the sword. That is gonna be a pain in the ass, but I'm all about it. And then Haichu, I'm not even gonna pronounce that, guys. It's a black Sentai. Okay. This one is intriguing because it's black and silver, kind of a two-tone with maybe a little gunmetal in there. I do like that the swords are attached, like you could attach the sword to the actual waistband, the hilt. That's actually pretty cool. So it's pretty and just like everything else, 2 boxes A and B to complete each hero. So like you can see, this would be box A, upper torso and hands. Box B, swords and the lower torso. Weapons and replacement wrists are included in the 2 boxes, so which is really cool. Like I do like that. Um, Very posable. Like I like that it does come with this because in the first photos you don't really see that it does come with the other piece. I think it looks really cool. Like this works for it. Like I actually really think that's pretty cool. Um, and that's really it for right now. So the Ninja Man is the Shodo Super is something I am actually gonna be pre-ordering. You can see they have the instant change one coming to premium Bandai. The Die Ranger I have now pre-ordered because I want that. And yeah, that's it for that. I'm really excited for for Don Brothers to end technically, but I'm really excited to see King-Ohger. I feel like the suit design and this and that. I'm really curious to see how it's going to turn out, the direction it's going to go. I'm really hoping this is the Super Sentai that like can hook me in where I can watch it every week, because that's been like an issue for me. I can't watch it every week, uh, and I'm really hoping that that changes because I do like Super Sentai. Like I'm in the middle of finishing Die Ranger right now. I plan on once that's done, I'll probably finish that this week within the next 2 weeks, so that way there I can binge Don Brothers. I really want to get into some like Super Sentai current as it's airing while watching some older stuff. But thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button, I'm looking forward to covering more King-Ohger toys and just candy toys in general. Let me know what you thought of the YUDOs. I know a lot of people right now are losing their minds trying to get the DX Mecha with the bonus right now from Amazon Japan and pre-orders. So let me know in the comments below what you think of the toys if you were able to get your DX Mecha from King-Ohger pre-ordered. And yeah, I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.